mind concepts for what is it that I do? What is it that I feel? What form does it take that I feel? And then we are checking it with our, of course, like what are our values and what is our own internal picture of, like who am I and how should I behave and what should I do, and what is the culture surrounding me saying? Doesn't matter if it is a culture of where you have grown up, or if it is a new chosen culture in personal development. It is kind of a culture we are living in, and in this culture we are seeing how people living, and partially might be inspired by that. Partially we might say no to it, and say, no, this is not my thing. And that's good, of course, the inspiration and no. And then we all the time check out, like how do I feel about it? And then kind of our mind makes a choice. And that sounds kind of smart, of course, that this is what I want, or this is how I want to be, or, like in the NLP, it is even, we start modeling someone, really the belief system and everything, and then we think that we can be like that on at this level we can adapt to certain behaviors. And of course, up to a certain level, it is true, that we can do that. It's a lot of effort. It's a lot of effort to do that, and every choice, and this is now actually the point, every choice that we make about how we want to be, is a mind concept of ourselves. It is really not more than that. Who we really are is truly from within. It is the totality of everything that we are, inclusive our biological being, inclusive our emotional being, inclusive our mental being, inclusive our spiritual and social being. So all of it is inside of me. It is an energy that I'm carrying, and I'm actually living it. The separation comes in when we are starting to think about it, and then we having a mindset like how it should be and what is good and what is not good, and which kind of traits and things are conducive and which ones are not. And when they are not conducive, we want to do away with it, even traits and beliefs and stuff like that. Yet it's my experience, that our natural being, inclusive everything that we are, is acting out intrinsically. And intrinsically, it does do that what the moment asks us to do. And we have experiences by that in which we grow, and we all know that. We all know that we are growing by experiences that we do have. And when we intrinsically feel that we, when I'm in pain, I want to do a session in order to release pain. Why not? It's perfect. Why would you stay with it just because it is there? When we have pains and physical pains of our past that we still have stored in our body, I call them forming tools. To release them is perfectly okay. But to release them with the intention of being or becoming someone else that your mind has decided upon how to be, there we go astray. There we are going to separate. There we are going to separate from the natural being and from the natural development, organic development. Every aspect in us has a capacity, or not the capacity, it's also a capacity, but naturally, it can move always from self-protection and need fulfillment, which is a child mode aspect, because children are not contributing yet towards society, but they are there in order to get something, need fulfillment, and in order to be protected. And that is the consciousness of what that child consciousness lives in, which is perfectly normal. Those kind of traits, when they're demonstrated like that in our life, basically they're not contributing, because they are not meant to contribute yet. Yeah, they are meant to receive. Yeah, and it's good to listen to that. But it's intrinsically, it is there. But the very same aspect in us, once it grows up, yeah, and it grows up, and listen well, this is now really important, it grows up in an environment where it is recognized to be of value, where it is recognized for the and fully and totally accepted for the age it is in. A child of 2 can't drive a car. We find that very normal, you know. We make space for it, yeah, and we don't expect it to be differently. We make space for it. We when it wants to drive the car, we give a small car. It learns to direct the steering wheel and stuff like that, you know. It's we create and facilitate upbringing, but we don't control and direct it. We don't in advance decide upon how that child should be, but we in excitement observe its becoming, growing up. What will it do? And this is a very, very different kind of energy. Yeah, this is where, when with this kind of energy, you cannot choose who you want to be, because you are already an absolutely brilliant part of all. And exactly as you are is as you should be. Every single aspect. And when we change that attitude from truly allowing ourselves to leave out any mind concept of how you should be, and just observe your own unfolding, yeah, in every moment, you are already having everything inside of yourself. Yeah, but this is also, this one is, it's all true, but it is misunderstood. Yeah, you have everything inside of yourself to live your absolutely perfect life. Yeah, but we have a mind concept how that should look like, and then we are going to, you know, I can do everything, I have everything inside of me. Yeah, and then we are missing out our beautiful true nature. And the true nature isn't something that you can think of, it is something that you live every day. And that's something that we really need to grasp. We are invited to do so, and it is so easy. It is so easy to do. It doesn't need anything, actually. And at the same time, we are so conditioned to think of ourselves, of a version in the future, and then we are missing out the beauty of the now. And we are missing out especially also that every single, you know, every single aspect inside of ourselves develops in that way. Even our society and humanity at large, as the organism of humanity at one, is developing in the very same way. It all goes from, it's growing up, and it, in the first place, it's all about need fulfillment and safety. We have lived thousands and thousands of years just for safety. Then we became more and more an emotional being. Yeah, so then the emotional well-being was important, and we had needs that wanted to be fulfilled, emotional needs, and that is all intrinsic. It's just intrinsic. It is meant to be like that, to have those emotional needs. But to have them and to see them and to feel them is not something that we say like, okay, this is now, you know, to fulfill my needs is the thing that I'm living for. This is self-love. No, it's not self-love. It's an awareness that you have, that there are needs inside of yourself. There are child aspects that are still absolutely in the receiving mode. And you will perhaps meet the last one a second before you die. It's it's a lifelong process, of course, yeah. But it is that awareness that everything inside of you has its own pace and its own way of how it will develop. The only thing it needs is the freedom to do so. And our mind concept that we have, and it is, everything is a mind concept, and some of them are very helpful, like when you say, like, okay, I do yoga, or I do other things in order to free my mind, or to to release certain forming tools, pains that we are storing from the past, that are also hindering an aspect to grow up. It doesn't dare. But wanting to do away with it, just, I'm impatient, so oops, we throw the child with the bath and the water and everything away. And the child is saying, "Oh, but I am also here. Can you not give me the space to grow up?" You are complete. You're whole. Nothing is missing and nothing too much. This pure acknowledgement of it is the only thing you actually really need. We actually really need. And to let go mind concept of how you shall be, and observe the unfolding and the growing up of your wonderful being. It's as joyful as seeing up, growing up your children. It's amazing to see. Yeah, and of course it comes with everything, like when raising children. Yeah, it's not only beautiful. There are difficult times, and there are challenges, and they're suffering, and they need our support. Yeah, but what they don't need, and never ever need, is to tell them how they should be. Don't do that with yourself. Let us stop doing that with ourselves. Let us observe our wonderful unfolding as a human being. I wish you that. I wish myself that as well.